LPT. Shine a flashlight into the tank of your coffee maker. It's not as clean as you think. Hi. So, I would always bleach clean my coffee maker and think nothing of it until I looking inside the tank with a flashlight. It was gross. So, I got a toothbrush and soap and scrubbed the tank. Then I did 2 runs with just water to make sure it was all clean. You mean the flavor tank? Depending on what sort of coffee maker this is, be careful using something as harsh as bleach. It's probably fine, especially if well rinsed. Generally, a bit of vinegar is one of the best options for cleaning. It does a fair job with disinfecting and breaks down mineral buildup around the heating elements, etc. No way, man, that coffee machine is like 10 years old. I shine a light in there, a facehugger gonna come out or something. Why would I want to look inside it? You just told me it's gross. Every couple months I run a cycle of vinegar water through. Eliminates this concern for me. Alternative: don't look into the tank of your coffee maker and continue living in blissful ignorance. Use descaling solution. Coffee makers that use pods are even worse. Nobody ever checks the tubes from the water supply. Pop off the side cover and check. My old landlady had one and she was disgusted when I showed her mold in the tubes. LPT. Don't shine a flashlight into the tank of your coffee maker. It's not as clean as you think. Have you considered, since the tank looked gross, what the tubes inside look like? I've been off coffee makers for years. Had a solid one, scrubbed the tank, etc. And one day got a strange blob in the filter on a cleaning cycle. It was algae or bacterial gunk that had finally built to a blockage and dislodged. The tubes were covered in it, think aquarium slime. Wait till you see the pipes, the reservoirs and rivers before it even reaches your coffee. LPT. Get a French press. I use white vinegar, works great for me. AeroPress is the way to go. $30 and makes the best coffee I have had. Simple and quick to use. Easy to clean. Cannot recommend enough. Bleach seems the best idea. Just run some vinegar through it. Let it sit for a while. Then run water through a couple times to get the smell out. Or more reasonable idea, use a French press and a kettle. I'd recommend an electric kettle. Thanks, I just found a whole bunch of dead ants in mine. Going to go and bleach my insides now. Pour over. FTW. Cheap, easy to clean carafe, kettle, dripper, and tastes miles better. I use a Kalita Wave, but V60 is great too, though a bit less forgiving. Use false teeth cleaning tablets, the non-minty type. I worked at a coffee store and the consensus among the fanatics was that single-use drip is the best coffee you can make. They all favored Chemex. Boiled water kills germs and bacteria. I've had all types of coffee machines, mocha pot, FTW. I started letting my coffee pot soak once a week overnight with denture cleaner. Then scrub with baking soda and don the next day. Big flavor improvement. I only empty the grounds basket when it gets full. Maybe every 3 days. I'm sure there's some fur growing in there during the days of being wet and dark. I haven't died yet. No thanks. I use a stainless steel coffee carafe specifically so I don't have to see how dirty it is. I'll add on to this, you're also supposed to clean your kettle, dishwasher and water jugs every so often. I think it's supposed to be 1-2 months. But I mostly clean these things quarterly. Found out my mom has never cleaned out her kettle and that's a wet, dark, damp place. It's kinda gross. That's what the coffee filter is for, right? LPT. Don't bleach anything you're going to put in your body. It doesn't clean it, it only whitens it. Use vinegar. As I am living on rainwater, mine is pristine. This is why I don't use a coffee maker. They are bulky, hard to clean, expensive if running with pods. And coffee it makes ain't even good. Just get a coffee dripper set. They are dishwasher safe. Or just don't own a coffee maker or drink coffee ever. At this point I'm too afraid to look inside grandma's coffee maker. Rushed face, fearful face. You should run a vinegar dilution through occasionally. Afresh makes coffee maker cleaner. It would be wise to use it regularly to clean your coffee maker. I use citric acid. It's food grade and sanitizes well. It's actually what they sell for much more money as coffe machine cleaner. I get like 400 doses for the cost of one bottle that lasts 2 cleanings at most, same strength. I just don't pay for water. Nice packaging and the branding. I am gonna piggyback on this LPT and say never get the coffee on an airplane for this exact reason. I started work at a place that had a big coffee maker. The kind that dumps like 3 pots worth into an insulated tank with a spout. I looked inside and it was so black that light couldn't escape. I found a way to clean it online and it worked like a charm. Put a dishwasher pod into the tank and fill with boiling water. Let it sit for an hour and then dump it out. When I dumped it out, I thought I was dumping coffee out. Clear water went in and black liquid came out. The inside was sparkling silver after I was done. I clean mine with vinegar monthly. I don't have all day to be scrubbing every part of a cheap-ass $15 coffee maker. Grimace. Run diluted vinegar through it. LPT read the manual and maintenance instructions. Pro tip: get a percolator presto. If you ever took apart a plastic one, you'll never drink coffee from one again. Mold everywhere. Yep, now I have a glass coffee dripper that I can clean with a brush easily. I recently found little white worms in the disposal part of our coffee machine at work. So I agree with this post. Do you not do quarterly vinegar cleanings? I usually run CLR through it half strength, then twice plain water. Unless you work on place where hygiene is priority. Real life pro tip: never do this. Don't look in there. Choose ignorance. Why you think it tastes so good? The K-cup machine at work has algae growing in it. There's a reason why I don't use it. This works well. But LPT, do not try this with a match to see how much gas is left in your tank. Well, if you have actual dirt or debris in there, using a brush to break it away might help. But do not put soap in or through your coffee maker. You use vinegar. Follow the manufacturer's instructions. It will take 2 or 3 flushes. You can shine that flashlight right up your ass. Cleaning goes a long way. Use Milton tablets. If you think that's bad, the little pipe that heats up the water is worse. Just run some white distilled vinegar through it. The head and the acidity of the vinegar will get all the coffee stains out. Definitely don't ever think about what the inside of your hot water tank looks like then. Same thing happened to my instant 2-in-1 Keurig and espresso maker. Noticed a green tinge in the reservoir and yep, it was algae. Had to deep clean and run vinegar through the machine several times. Lol. Ensured that it gets minimal exposure to sunlight now so that never happens again. I feel like I'm better off not knowing. No, I don't think I will. This is why I use a French press. Swap to an AeroPress, never going back to a coffee machine. I run hot water mixed with PBW a few times, followed by several runs of with fresh Starson to rinse and sanitize our coffee maker. Source: I'm a homebrewer beer.